Hello crafty friends, today I'm going to decorate some index cards. I'm going to start by using this decoupage paper. This is by Little Birdie Crafts. I'll put a link to the website below. You will also receive a 5% discount if you use my code ShanoukiArt. These are beautiful papers with a real vintage feel and they can be used for multiple projects. I'm going to use them as a collage for the background of my index cards. I tear just roughly some pieces that are going to be part of the background. So they're not going to fit exactly, they are going to be slightly smaller and overlapping. That's okay, we will trim the excess later and we will fill the gaps with other elements. I'm going to use Mod Podge to stick these down onto my index card, and then I'm also going to put a layer of Mod Podge over the decoupage paper. If you don't have Mod Podge to adhere these down, you can use gel medium or craft glue. You could also use a glue stick, but I'm not quite sure that would hold enough for the other layers that we're going to do on this project. I would really love if you subscribe to my channel. I have lots of tutorials, junk journal flip-throughs, and art journal pages that I'll be sharing with you in coming weeks. All you need to do is hit the subscribe button and also click the little bell so you're notified every time I upload new content. You'll notice that my index cards have got lines on both sides. Recently I haven't been able to find the ones that are blank on the one side. But that's okay, I don't mind to use the lines, and even if they shine through your artwork, I think it just adds to the interest. Don't worry too much if yours are lined on both sides. The final result will still look beautiful. I just continue adding the decoupage paper onto each card, and then I dry everything really well. Once everything is dry, I'm going to trim off the excess with a scissors. If it's a small overlap, you could actually leave it, which I think it adds to the overall character of the card, but mine are quite big pieces hanging over, so I'm going to trim those off. I think these index cards are really good to make in bulk. They're a great ephemera to have ready to put into your journals, and they also make great happy mail if you'd like to send to any of your crafty friends. Also great for swaps. The next step is I'm going to add some of this beautiful vellum with vintage print onto my index cards. I'm going to just tear pieces and cover most of the white areas that are on my card. These vellum pieces are available from the Washi Tape shop. They come in little vintage packs, and I'll put the link in the description below. Adhering vellum can be a bit tricky. Just be sure to press it down really well to get all the air bubbles out once you've placed it on the wet glue surface. Once dry, trim off the excess. Next step, I'm going to use this beautiful script print washi tape, also from the Washi Tape shop. If you use my discount code in the description box below, you will receive a 10% discount on your purchase. I'm adding the washi tape to the other white areas that are left on the card. Not every single white area will be covered, but I think this washi tape also adds some additional interest to the collage background. Some of the washi tapes come with a backing, like a sticker, that you need to remove before you add them to your project. A little tip to try and get these off easier, because sometimes they can be a little bit tricky. I just put a piece of sellotape on the backing part of the washi tape, and that helps you to then pull the top layer much easier. I think they're looking pretty already, and you could keep them just like this, but I'm going to add some more layers and textures. I'm going to emboss each card with this beautiful script embossing folder. I'm going to put each one through my Big Shot. I love the texture that this creates. This embossing folder is unbranded, and I bought it off eBay a couple of years ago. If you don't have an embossing machine, that's okay, you can actually skip the step. And then my absolute favorite, I'm going to add some gesso, just in certain parts of the card, not everywhere. This is just to help with contrast and to soften the entire look and not to make the background just monotonous. This will just give it some depth and create some interest. In most of my projects, I use my finger to apply the gesso. I like that you can control the blending a lot more using your fingers, especially for this project where we have the embossing. If you just have lighter pressure over the higher part of the embossing, you get a really beautiful feel. I'll show you a close-up later on in the video so you can see what I mean. I have created 6 index cards in this video. I will keep 1 card for myself as reference, and then the other 5 I would like to send to you as Happy Mail. Now, if you'd like to receive one of these cards as a Happy Mail from me, just comment below letting me know that you're interested in the Happy Mail. All other comments are welcome too if you'd like to ask a question or just comment about the project, but please do specify if you're interested in receiving one of these. Then on January 11, 2022, I will randomly select 5 names and you will be receiving the Happy Mail. Please do check back to see if I've replied to your comment letting you know you're the winner, because YouTube doesn't always notify people that they've received a comment. I will also put the names of the winners in the top part of the description box below this video. I also added some Distress Oxide ink. I just splattered some in the color Tattered Rose. As my focal points, I'm going to use these beautiful little fairies. These printables are available from the Digital Collage Club. I will put a link below to the website. There are thousands of images available for you to print. I'm not fussy cutting them. I'm cutting them into squares or rectangles because I do love the background colors, and they're also quite intricate and will be a little bit difficult to fussy cut. I love the pinks and yellows, and I think it makes it a really romantic and soft feel. I'm going to add a few other elements around each image just to enhance the focal point. This is a piece of fabric that I have. It's actually from an old curtain. It's the hem part that I cut out. It's a beautiful, like a linen fabric in white with green leaves, and I think the green suits really well the background of each fairy picture. So I'm just cutting a strip and placing it just randomly at the moment behind each picture. I will move the items around and the elements around once I have all the elements together, just until I can get something that's balanced and pleasing to the eye. I've gone through my box of ready-made die cuts and I've found all the leaves that are gold and also some green leaves, and I'm going to use those. I'm feeling those are the colors that will suit these cards. So I'm adding on the smaller pictures a gold leaf and a green leaf, and then under the larger picture I have like a gold flower with leaves. It's a bit of a bigger die cut, so I'm not adding a green leaf for that one. Again, I'm going to move the elements around quite a bit before I glue them down. That is just my way of mentally working out whether it's balanced and it's pleasing to the eye. For some additional subtle color and some more texture, I'm going to add some scrumpled up thread. I have a beautiful sage green thread. It's just the thread you'd use on your sewing machine. I just cut a length of that and scrumpled it up between my fingers and then pop it underneath one of the corners of the focal point picture. You can't really see it in the video at this angle because the background is quite busy, but on close-up you can see it adds a beautiful addition and another small pop of color. Once I'm happy with the placement of everything, I'm going to start gluing everything down. For this project, I'm going to use my hot glue gun. The reason being the background is quite bulky with the embossing and with the gesso, and I feel that the hot glue will adhere best to it. You could also use a craft glue. It'll take a bit longer to dry. That will work well too, but I'm quite impatient and I like things to stick quite quickly, so I'm going to use the hot glue. So that I don't bore you to death, I'm going to put this next section where I'm gluing everything down onto super high speed. For some luster, I'm going to add this metallic wax. It's the antique gold color, also available from Little Birdie Crafts. I just put a little bit on my finger and then just rub it onto the card directly, mainly over the embossed sections, and it really gives it a beautiful luster and metallic finish. At this point, I'm feeling that the picture of the fairy is floating. It's not really connected to the rest of the card. So to try and fix that, I've got some more washi tape. This is a plain washi tape with just a metallic gold pattern. So I'm just going to tear a few small pieces and attach on each side of the image, sort of just in two places. And I feel this sort of grounds it and connects it to the rest of the card. It's a small addition, but I feel it makes a big difference. I really hope you enjoyed this project of me creating these index cards, and I hope you were inspired to go and create your own. Here is a close-up of each individual card so you can see all the details. Remember to let me know below in the comment section if you'd like to receive one of these as a happy mail in the post, and 5 of you will receive them from me. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch my video. I'll see you again soon. Bye.